All right, today is going to be a good day. I have got here a precision shock and vibe. It's basically a suspension system for your handlebars to take out a lot of the bumps and jolts and vibrations. These fit a variety of different bikes. I've got this one here for 7/8 inch bars and the stock steering stem for a Yamaha Raptor. I chose to stay with the 7/8 bars. I just didn't want to replace them at this time, so I'm happy with them. I'm going to stick with them. When I got these things here and opened them up, I was really kind of happy over a couple things. One here is this plate here, if you can see. This is kind of the mounting plate. You mount your these suspension things on, and it goes to your steering stem. This thing is, look how thick that is. It's got to be approaching 1/2 inch thick. It's actually pretty damn heavy. But this is kind of nice because it is going to allow me to mount this on different stems. I could probably use this if I need to drill some different holes. If someday I get a different stem, that was something I was concerned with. I've got a stock stem right now. You never know what the future is going to hold. But you know, I ordered it for this one. They do make them for aftermarket steering stems, but this one to me is kind of looks like it's more universal. So they got this plate. Also, these here, which is where your handlebars go through, and the suspension system, you know, they're separate. So I can space them however I want, and you know, even if I have to make my own bracket, just get a piece of steel and drill some new holes on a different steering stem, that's going to be doable as well. But for now, it's going on the stock one. So it's going to be nice. Comes with the handlebar pad. A couple things about this. You know, you can see here, this is a completely round, so this has to slide over your handlebars. You've got to remove your grip and everything off of one side and slide this over, so you're going to need new grips if you can't get yours off. Also, if you've got a crossbar on your handlebar, if it's a permanent crossbar, it will not work. You have to have a removable crossbar if you run one, because it's got to slide all the way over your handlebar. The second thing, which I don't know at this point in time, is my, I come up here, is my dashboard here where my key switch is, clips onto my handlebar. So I have no clue how this is going to work with these. I don't think it's going to. I am probably going to need to either get a piece of metal and kind of make my own key switch holder, or go online and find something. I thought I'd get this on here and figure that out once I got that far, but I don't think the stock key switch holder is going to work. Maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see with it. If it does, I'll let you know. But that's something there also. If you get one of these things, you're going to have to come up with a solution for it. And I think they sell little plates there that just have a key switch holder that you can buy, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But I might look at it. It's the winter time. I can't ride it, so I might just take some time and maybe make something as well. So let's go ahead and get this installed. This should be really nice. I've been kind of looking forward to this thing. Should make this thing ride a lot smoother and a lot less jolts. All right, folks. So I got my handlebars cleared off here. I got everything off of one side here. Went ahead and unbolted the you know, the brake levers and all these things. This is all pretty easy to get off. I didn't show it. What was extremely difficult was getting the goddamn hand grip off. This one on this side was glued all the way around in the full length. I mean, I had to just literally cut this off and just scrape it with a scraper there. It took me like 45 minutes. This is probably one of the toughest things that I've done on this bike yet, I think. The other side over there, I still got all the stuff on. It came off. It was glued on. It was tough, but nothing like this side. So this was a pain. So I've got this plate here. This is going on my steering stem. And it's kind of nice here. Something I didn't really know there. I was looking at these 4 holes for the mounting plates, and they don't fit. What it is here is you got one here in the middle, and then you've got either these ones here where I've got them, or here. So you can slide the plate this way closer to you, or farther this side. So I'm putting it on the farther side. Give me a little bit more room. But yeah, this is a thick plate here. When you bolt these on, what we're going to do here is to put these two, I'm going to line these ones here and bolt these ones down here, and they need to be torqued down there. They're at, let me see what they recommend here on this thing. They say those ones, like they say 30 foot-pounds on them. I am not going to torque them right now because I think I'm going to remove them You also want to use some blue Loctite on all these ones here, and I'll do that later there. I'm still working on my bike. I'll probably end up pulling this back on, pulling it back off at one point, so I'm just going to put this thing together so we can look at it, and then try to figure out if my cables are going to fit, and then see if what we can do about that key switch. So let me get reset up. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up here a little bit. So this is a, let's see what size bolts these are here. These are 12 millimeter. I'm going to go ahead and snug these up. Again, I'm not going to torque them down here just yet. Want to make sure we got all these holes lined up. And then we're going to run these ones in the center first. Nice and snug. Go ahead and remove these ones back out now that we got all the holes aligned. Put these here. Okay, we want to take our handlebar mount. What they want to do is put these forward, these four bolts here forward. So we just want to slide them over our handlebars. We'll stick these up here. You guys are seeing these things. Just going to slide them down like so. See, I probably all right, here. I need to loosen my wires here on my kill switch first. That's already the first thing that's getting me. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, let's see if we can get this back up. Starting to think here that it might be easier to take off the other side as well. But let's just stick these on. I'm going to stick one of these bolts here. It goes into my steering stem. Get this going in first just to kind of get held in place. Alrighty. Let that sit there a little bit. I'm going to take these. Oh, I just love that. Other ones here, we've got these other set of nuts and screws. Let me get this out of the way here. If you guys are seeing this okay. Yeah, let me get repositioned here. All right, so let's stick these in. Let me go. Oh boy. I need to remove one of these screws here first.
And get a little 10 millimeter here going. There we go. Okay, making a little bit of progress, not much, but some. Okay, let's see here. I can lift these back up here, get them centered. Get these bars aligned about where I think they ought to go. We'll tighten these up here a little bit. Alrighty. And tighten these ones down to the steering stem a little bit. All right, let me get a wrench going here. You get a 12 millimeter wrench. Just tighten these up. These are actually lock nuts here on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my all my stuff bolted back on here really quick, and then we'll do some testing. See what this looks like. All right, folks, got my precision shock and vibe all installed here. A couple of things. So your dash panel here does not work. I was going to make one. I got some nice plastic, but as I thought about that, after tying the plastic may come loose and make my handlebars mounts loose. So I ended up just ordering one. You can get these online. I got this one from Rock Speed. Just bolts underneath your steering stem and gives you a spot there for your key switch. So you need that. Second thing you want to do is check for your side to side movement here. Make sure your cables, I moved that out of the way. I got just barely enough there. My throttle cable, I think, just a little bit too loose. This way here, I just got barely enough for my clutch cable. So I'm probably going to need to get a throttle cable for sure, maybe a clutch cable. I'll probably eventually get some stainless steel brake lines. I'll get some longer ones. But I need to figure out, probably get a longer one of these throttle cables here is what I'm thinking here to make that work. So I got it installed. I'll kind of move this back down here to where it was. So what this does here, it gives you a suspension for your handlebars. It takes out the vibrations. It takes out the big shocks if you're going over the jumps. Now, they say it takes about an hour or so for this thing to kind of break itself in. It's winter time, so I haven't been able to ride it, so it's not broken in. But so it's going to be a little bit stiff there. But if you kind of watch right here, you can kind of see here. You can kind of see that one there going up and down a little bit there. But that's what it does. Eventually here, this will go up and down here probably half an inch, both up and down. Once it gets broke in, and that should take out all the vibration and all the jolts. On the top up here, there's some adjustment screws. You pull them off and they give you some little flat discs you can put in there to make it stiffer. If you want it stiffer, you can take some out to make it a little bit more spongy. So yeah, so it should be pretty nice there. I don't know when I get a chance here. It's probably going to be a couple of months before I get a chance to ride this and check it out, but it should be good. So, but until then, yeah, the installation went easy. It fits good. No issues there. It's a very simple process. Again, you may need some different cables. It looks like I'm going to. At least I need one. Again, you will need a dash panel, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's pretty simple here. And it comes with a bar mount as well. I can get that on here. So it comes with a bar mount. I think you can get these here in different colors if you like. But it just goes on over here, over the top, like so. Then it comes with a pad to kind of see how this thing fits on here. But it should just slide in and around here. Just like so. And that's it. Now you got a nice bar pad. Still pretty easy to get to your switch. For the start, you still got room under here for your, kind of hard to see here, but you got room here still for your vent tube. Goes right down through the middle here. So there's no room for that, or no problem with that. But that's it. That's the Precision Shock and Vibe. Pretty nice setup, pretty easy to do. You can get these again for all sorts of bikes. You can get them for 7/8 bars or 1 1/8, whatever you prefer. That's it. Should work good. Go out and get you one. Okay, so I've got this all installed here in about a year has passed, almost a year exactly there. I bought these Shock and Vibes last Thanksgiving. Didn't get to try it out right off the bat, then got busy racing and time went by and just didn't get a chance to finish the video. So I thought now, basically it's Thanksgiving again, and my bike's in for maintenance, so it's a good time here to go ahead and finish up this video and kind of let you know what my thoughts are on it. So far, I'm really liking these things. They've held up well. They take the jolts out of stuff. You can see on it here, if you press it, you get a fair amount of anti-vibration as well as shock absorption, and they really do work good. They take out, you got no vibration left in the bike with these on there. I got a stock steering stem. If you got an anti-vibe steering stem, you can run these on there. This thing will be super smooth. But where I like them, I think the best is the jolts. So hitting a hard log helps with that. Going around corners, if you're going around corners really tight and there's just great big roots in the ruts on the corner there, that really jerks you. These help absorb that. And just coming over, jumping over logs or those things where you're having to go up and just hit flat on the ground. That's really tough on me, and these really help. It just takes just enough edge off that thing to make it nice. And that's really what the benefit of these is as well, is not only anti-vibe and the shock there, but it just saves the wear and tear on your body. And so if that's important to you, definitely get you something like these. They're real nice, easy to install. They're adjustable, harder, softer. They're rebuildable if something happens. You can change out the size if you want to switch handlebars. You can change out the mounts if you switch steering stems, so they're should last you just about forever. Again, a couple things that I did have to do on mine. Again, I think I showed you that I had to put on a new switch plate. I got this one from Rock Speed. I ended up here having to replace my cables. So I had 1.5-inch bar risers on here, and my cables work fine. These ones are probably 1 3/4 to 2 inch total. And what happened was my throttle cable here was a little tight. And it could be the fact that I've installed an Hermosi on here, could be in a different position, but I felt this one was pretty tight, and so it needed to be replaced. But since I was replacing stuff like that, I went ahead and ordered a new clutch cable, a 2-inch longer clutch cable, along with the 2-inch longer throttle cable. I also was upgrading steel braided lines, brake lines as well, so I went ahead and ordered 2-inch longer ones there as well. I don't know what the feature's going to hold. Maybe I might raise them up a little bit, raise them down, not really sure. But as long as I was in there ordering them, it was time for new cables anyway. I went ahead and got the longer ones. So it was really, really close. Whether or not you have to do them or not, it's going to be very bike specific. I'm not sure if the cables are exactly the same length or the placement exactly the same. So one bike may fit, the other ones may not. But just be prepared for that. Probably don't try to install these on a Friday night or Saturday night and try to race on Sunday. You might run into problems. So just be prepared there that you might need a few extra things to get these things to work, as you would anything. If you're changing out your handlebars, changing out to a longer steering stem, there's a possibility a lot of this accessories here may or may not work, and you need time there to rectify that if that's indeed your case. So this is a Precision Shock and Vibe. Definitely like these, are a good product here. Again, they should last forever. I don't see anything on there that's going to wear out. And again, they do make some of these little rubber shock absorbers to replace if need be. So again, these should last forever. So again, this is the Precision Shock and Vibe. And these ones are on a 2018 Yamaha Raptor, stock bars, stock steering stem. So that's it. Go out and get you some.